Historical Museum, each exhibit appears as a page from a living book, telling about the diversity of times and cultures. Immersing themselves in reconstructions of the last Indians, visitors witness the wisdom of the tribes and the secrets of ancient customs. Captivating artifacts that reveal their history embody a connection with nature and spiritual traditions. Stepping into the Victorian era, diners are immersed in an atmosphere of sophistication and dining celebrations. Antique furniture, exquisite outfits, and precious jewelry create a kaleidoscope of refined elegance. Each item, like a bridge between past and present, tells about the life and tastes of the era, slowing down time for museum guests. Moving into the Renaissance period, the exhibitions come to life under the influence of the great masters of art. Masterpieces of painting and sculpture recreate the atmosphere of creative inspiration. Visitors will be immersed in a whirlwind of ideas and innovation, experiencing the spirit of an era where culture and science interacted, opening new paths for research and creativity. Inside the Historical Museum, viewers witness an amazing metamorphosis from a small settlement nestled by the river to a magnificent metropolis that has become a symbol of progress and diversity. The exhibition represents the evolution of Montreal from its humble beginnings, when the first settlers exchanged goods along the banks of the St. Lawrence River. Visitors walk through time, discovering pages of history where humble buildings slowly give way to grand buildings and modern architecture. Streets and squares transport guests to different eras, allowing them to feel the spirit of each period of the city's development. Virtual walks through the narrow streets of the first settlements turn into dynamic views of the skyscrapers of modern Montreal, where the music of languages and cultures becomes a real symphonic background. This unique approach not only tells the history of the city, but also allows you to feel the rhythm of its life, constantly changing and enriched with new chapters. Thus, the history of Montreal in the Historical Museum becomes not only a guide to the past, but also a celebration of evolution. Inspiring admiration as a great and culturally rich city emerges from a small settlement. Thus, the Historical Museum becomes a gateway to the past, where each exhibit is a smooth interweaving of historical subjects, creating a unique scientific and artistic mosaic portrait of the country's cultural heritage. The Pointe-Callière Museum of Archaeology and History is one of the important cultural sites in Montreal. It focuses on the history of this region, from the days of Indigenous history to more recent periods. The museum includes exhibitions related to the archaeology, history, and culture of the city. It is also located on the historic Place Royale, which adds additional historical context. The building that houses the Pointe-Callière Museum of Archaeology and History has a rich history. The area was previously a center of commercial activity and is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Montreal. During the reconstruction of the building, historical elements were preserved and restored, which adds authenticity to the museum complex. The building is also connected by underground galleries to other historical sites, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in various eras and events related to Montreal's history. The renovation and conversion of the building into a museum creates a unique space for exploring and understanding the rich cultural heritage of this region. The Pointe-Callière Museum of Archaeology and History was opened in 1992. The building in which the museum is located includes part of the historical development of Place Royale and its surrounding area. The original buildings on this site were built in the 17th century. It is important to note that extensive archaeological research was carried out before the creation of the museum. They have made it possible to excavate and restore traces of various periods and events, reflecting history from the first settlements to the present. Thus, the museum represents a unique combination of historical elements of the building itself and archaeological finds, making it an important center for understanding the cultural heritage of Montreal.